Welcome back, everybody, to the 2025 Tournament of Roses. We have upcoming the WNBT Longsword Finals, the match you've been waiting for all day. One of many matches you've been waiting for all day. But this one will be between Iris Garcia and Kathryn McLean, both out of the Lonin League, our sister club up in the north in Seattle. Now these are two very talented fighters, not just talented, but hardworking, dedicated. Looking forward to seeing this match.
I have had several exchanges with both of these fighters in the past. Iris Garcia is a very aggressive, pressure-focused fighter, and Kathryn is an extremely technical fighter with a very strong fundamental base.
I would like to note that the scorecard is currently inaccurate. Iris Garcia is not fighting Andy Plymate. In fact, fighting Kathryn McLean, now corrected on the screen. McLean, excuse me. Judges are ready, and we are off.
Awaiting this fight with bated breath right there. Strong close to that long distance right there. Ooh. We had a couple touches to the forearms and hands right there. Only one was called.
Really trading hand strikes.
Yeah, that's very indicative of Garcia's personal style. Very favoring that pressure from long range. And the second someone attempts to parry or suppress the blade during that kind of exchange, they will then take a deep target.
Absolutely.
You can see that suppressing cut right there.
Both coming in with very similar styles. Now, I will actually make some adjustments to the scoreboard here to reflect accurate scores. The finals are judged a little bit differently. It is out of 12, I believe. Each fighter starts with 12 wounds. Now, you see both fighters coming in here with that classic Lonin style, chopping at the hands, points forward, aggression. It's what we love to see from them.
It is interesting. Both of their personal styles, in my experience, tend to presuppose an opponent who attacks with a much more sincere, deep attack. So it is fun watching them both apply this sort of very long-ranged, wide play hand snipe.
Absolutely. Lonin v. Lonin is not something we get to watch all that often in these tournament settings, and you love to see it. You love to see how they match up with each other.
Yeah, you can definitely see the personal styles of each fencer start to come out in this kind of exchange. It removes them from the gestalt of the club, turns them into really highlights what they're both good at, what they're capable of capitalizing on. Garcia coming up with a very quick sweep into that Unterhau as well.
Yeah, that looked like it caught it on the head for me.
Yeah, the targeting was a little unclear for me. I think that was to the hands, however.
The judges agree with you. I get the feeling that you took your answer based off of their batons, but we'll forgive that for now.
I am going to forgive your slight against my perfect judgment right there, Elliot.
All right, we see
and a blow through to the head right there. Once again, you can see, as we were seeing with Cameron Rasmussen earlier, I'd like to highlight this. Cutting in with better structure isn't just a matter of theory or technique. It does win in an exchange. If you and your opponent throw the same cut and you have better structure, you will strike them and they will miss.
Absolutely. I mean, you just see Kathryn McLean there with less structure behind that parry, allowing Iris Garcia to, without even overswinging, get through that parry, to land a clean strike on the head.
No, Garcia is doing extremely well there, cutting it to the middle of her opponent, not overswinging, taking shallow targets as they appear. Cutting under the blade right there is an interesting strategy and one that paid off.
A glancing strike to the hand. They are going to call it. We're seeing a lead extend. The tit for tat is slowing down.
Definitely. Seems like both fencers are fairly excited, and who could hold back in a situation like this?
I mean, chances are these are dear friends, considering each other family. A battle between sisters.
Indeed. I remember my own fight against an Indes clubmate during last year's tournament, and we could barely contain our excitement.
Kathryn McLean falling behind. We'll see if she can recover any ground.
Indeed. We have extended play, a cut from Vom Tog, and a riposte, I believe, from Iris right there.
A lot of these short, choppy exchanges. Looks like the judges are indicating Kathryn taking some points, reclaiming a bit of ground.
Definitely showcasing the Lonin League's ABC philosophy that is always be cutting.
Always be chopping.
Will always be chopping is a little more brutal, and I do love that. And there they go, going in once again. Iris with that sort of withdrawn
Very
flug.
relaxed flug.
Yeah, you can definitely see sort of a stronger focus on footwork. That looked like a thrust to the head as well.
Kathryn suffering 2 wounds there, but with an afterblow.
We seem to have a lot more chatter going on behind us.
This is a high-intensity match. All of the spectators are on edge.
Definitely. A lot of murmuring in the crowd as well.
A lot is riding on these last few points.
Ooh, there we go. An attempt to extend to the head, though, well defended by Iris during that.
Yeah, absolutely. Making a lot of these very clean strikes. And that is going to be it with a 6-point differential. Iris Garcia takes gold in WNBT Longsword.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Excellent performance by Iris Garcia right there.
As Mon says in the chat here, Iris is in fact a champion today. Congratulations to Iris Garcia. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I understand now that the person's name is Mon. I thought you said that your mom was in the chat.
I don't think that was that a gold medal match, or was that the...
That was the semifinal match.
That was a semifinal match. I'm so sorry.
You can see Joe's experience as a father definitely helping him there.
That's Joe asking our spectator crowd to quiet down a little bit, just so we can hear the fighting. Now, we have Lott from Lonin League versus Willow Kowalski from the Kolshan Hema.
Now, while I was surreptitiously attempting to peep the stream, while I was supposed to have been working earlier today, I did see Lott pull off some incredible grapples, so I am very excited for this match.
Definitely. We are going to bump both fighters' wounds up to the correct amount.
Both starting with 12, as is customary for these finals matches. All right. Very striking color combination on Lott right here.
Yeah, true. That wine-colored doublet with the bright yellow and blue Swiss-colored Pluderhosen. And we're off.
All right, a quick close to the wide play here. Oh, and you see that attempt to settle into a grapple from Drew right there. Very sort of instinctive.
Yeah. We see here in the slow-mo, Willow committing to that thrust from Oaks, the Oaks sport.
Quickly winding that cut into a cut to the arm as well. very good judgment in that play. All right. Oh, and a grapple gone sideways. Hard to tell from that angle.
Yeah, I am genuinely impressed that Willow kept a grip on their sword.
Some people just have magnetic hands in that regard, able to just keep a grip on those fetters no matter the circumstance.
Absolutely.
You
And
can
it
see
looks
that
like the
right
judges
there, a cut
are
up. Oh, you can see excellent recovery by Drew Lott right there, but Willow Kowalski does manage to break their structure at a very critical moment right there. All right, both fencers are being reminded to take it perhaps a little easier during this. Tensions are always high during these finals matches, however. All right, and we have another rush
I
to
saw
grapple.
a thrust land to
That
the
was
head there.
absolutely a real meatball of a thrust to the head.
Real meatball. That's
Real
fascinating.
meatball.
Real.
I
Saw a lot of flex.
Hey, you know, the chat demanded somewhat buzzed commentators, and this is what they get.
You are getting it right now. Blue is suffering 2 more wounds for a deep target. Drew falling far behind.
Willow Kowalski playing a very, very good centered game right here against an aggressive fencer like Drew Lott. Oop. Repeated thrust and a very, very clean half-tempo snipe to the wrist.
Playing at the edge of that range.
Now that is clean fencing right there, folks. Yeah, here we have the replay coming up. Let's just take a look at that right there.
That is going to be match red for another point differential.
Match red. Excellent.
Willow takes it.
Excellent work. Excellent fencing right there. Good grapples and a fine strike at the very end just to cinch it.
Absolutely. There is no overstating how incredibly difficult it is to maintain your composure in one of these finals, semifinals, whatever level of finals it is. Willow doing an excellent job managing their own blade as well as the blade of their opponent, taking the victory. Great job, Willow. And great job, Drew Lott, for making it as far as they did.
Excellent, excellent work by both fencers right there. Have a little dancing happening in the background. Always good to see some mirth on the floor. One must always respect the Lonan League's commitment to fashion with their matching track jackets. I am always a little jealous that Indes does not have something similar.
I will be honest, though, I use that a lot to maybe poke some fun at the 80s sports movie villain vibe.
Oh, it's very Cobra Kai, but it's kind of a vibe.
It is absolutely very Cobra Kai. We love to paint Lonan as the villains of our story, but it's only because they are incredible fighters and incredible club. We love them.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, realistically, we may have our spats, but the Pacific Northwest must stick together.
And we're going to take a little bit of a shot. Check out this spectator crew. This is only the upstairs area. You can't even see all of the folks that are downstairs. We're a packed house.
It's less visible from here, but there is a floor-to-ceiling glass window up in Clive's bar off-screen, and there is not an open window speed. I am being menaced by some sort of small gremlin of some kind.
Which, by the way, I would like to say about Clive's bar, I would like to shout out their Loganberry cider, which is what I chugged to accommodate the chat's request for buzzed commentators.
I accommodated that by choosing the highest ABV cider on the list, the Imperial Dry. And let me tell you, I'm having a great time. That's good. That's good. Our diminutive friend seems to have abandoned us for the moment.
On the camera, we do have Club Lonan over there in their blue tracksuits.
Indeed, we have our directors conferring right now. Of note, the one in the green bandana there is the 2-time gold medalist of the Indes Spring Fling, Ember. Fantastic fencer, an excellent ability to project at range. Very happy to see them back with us once again. I am verklempt at that. My sincerest apologies.
Brutal. But, the last 2 years, Ember took the gold medal, now banned from competing for being too gosh darn good at the game.
They're too good at winning roses. They cannot fight at roses any longer.
So now they direct, putting their skills to use in different ways. WNBT, thank you for yay commentators. Laughing, crying face. We really appreciate it. Your validation means everything to me.
I exist completely at the behest of our adoring audience. When you stop looking, I go away forever.
Absolutely. I don't exist beyond these few moments.
I am, in fact, a shibboleth of the crowd conscious.
You're reading too much source material. No, that's a D&D reference, which does count.
All right. We have our competitors teeing up right here. It looks
Kathryn
like
McLean and Drew Lott of the Lonan League. I believe this is the bronze medal match.
I would also... It really does go to show how broad and inclusive the Lonan League's culture is that they have such a strong showing in the WNBT tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I got to say, I love the WNBT underrepresented genders portion of the tournament, you know, affording people the ability to compete in a space that they're comfortable. It's phenomenal work by our tournament organizers to make it such a big part of our tournament.
Indeed. And we see an excellent opening attack by Kathryn here, sort of taking, as the German school would say, the Ausnehmen, or the outer one, waiting until Drew's sword has passed them and taking that hit to the hand.
Ooh, I saw a thrust to the neck there, but the judges did not see it.
Oh, and there we go. Oh. An excellent attempt at a blade grab, however, it was a little past the post right there.
Kathryn McLean responding beautifully to that grapple attempt with a very clean couple of shots.
Yes, you can see it on the instant replay here. Backing up, getting that distance, re-engaging on their own terms, hitting the hands, and then getting out with that slice to the back of the head right there.
Maintaining perfect control.
Indeed. This is just excellent fencing in general. Yeah, look at that. Cutting from the hip right there, posting that to the guard. Kathryn is very aware of the sort of... an excellent hit to the head right there. This is how you fight a more aggressive opponent right here, taking those side shots, baiting them into overextending. Excellent work by Kathryn.
And we do hear that ringing shot on the helmet, that all-metal helmet of Drew.
Indeed. Those Tyndall masks are beautiful, but boy, do they ring like a church bell when they are struck.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's particularly pleasant for Drew.
Ooh, and we have a wonderful blade wrap by Drew Lott right there.
Now, that blade wrap did seem to me to happen after a valid martial strike.
I'm not sure that
they are going to call.
There we go.
Really
Indeed.
solid work by Kathryn, maintaining control of their own blade.
All right, here they go again. Teeing up, excellent cut from the Fool's Guard right there. Does look like Drew Lott scored a hit right there.
Yeah, I heard something to the body.
Indeed, though I did see that cut to the wrist from Kathryn as well.
All right. It's going to be a shallow on both sides, so that's one wound to each fighter.
Indeed. I do believe this is the first wound Kathryn McLean has taken during this fight.
It is. Doing a really excellent defensive job.
I referred earlier to Kathryn as an excellent technical fencer with a strong fundamental basis, and you can see this right here. Excellent range control, retreating under cover, taking shallow targets against a more aggressive fencer. This is them in rare form.
100%.
Well, not quite in rare form, in the form that they're usually in fact.
And speaking of rare form, how about the decoration on that helmet and on the back of their doublet, the leaves embroidered?
They actually informed me that those are brassica leaves.
What?
Brassica being the plant that comprises things like cauliflower, broccoli.
Fascinating. Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can see it solidly there. After that exchange, we're going to wait to see what the judges say about that.
Indeed. You see Drew conferring with their second being Justin Reimer right there.
Again, Justin Reimer being one of the top fencers in the world, a great person to have as a second.
And again, the world being the planet on which we live.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Cotton. Now, we, on the other side, have the second of Kathryn Barker, who is our other commentator, taking a break from commentating to assist their friend, their clubmate in this bout.
Excellent exchange right there, coming off at an angle, really allowing an open line to the head right there. Yes.
We're going to
fantastic.
see a
Yeah,
slow-mo
here we go. You can
replay
see
of this.
coming back to a textbook Von Tog, cutting off the lead leg and dropping them with a hand press before hitting them in the head. You can see that retreat under guard as well. That
Excellent
is
work.
canonical fencing right there, and it is beautiful. Ooh, now you could hear that one all the way in the parking lot.
Yeah, a beautiful hand shot as Kathryn tried to aggress, really abandoning the strategy that's worked so far of defensive counter-fencing, going for the attack,
a little
getting hit on the way in.
Getting a little hungry for the win right there, I think. Although I believe Drew has been advised to perhaps play a little more defensively, and we see, I believe, our first double of the match right there.
That looked to me like blow after blow, and the judges agree with you.
I agree with the smaller gremlin-like judge across the ring, actually.
Yeah. Rabbit, little beast.
Yeah. All right. You can see the poise on these fencers. The air is almost electric here. While still comrades, you can tell that there's a... I think they might have stopped playing a little bit.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
Sasuke versus Naruto.
Ooh, you know, going for the classics right there. That's kind of like the Iliad for weebs.
So true. So true. Schrodinger's
I would like to interrogate what that means, but I'm afraid I'm not smart enough
we
to
both
understand.
exist and don't exist.
This
we are
is
both
true.
buzzed and not buzzed.
I could always be more buzzed.
True.
I am
We're
God's
going to watch a
drunkest
replay
driver.
of this. We were yapping in the middle of the set.
Yeah, that was slightly disrespectful of me. I apologize. I was having too much fun with our adoring crowd. All right, here we go. An excellent Oberhau. Ooh, an attempt at a blade grab, and look at that retreat under cover right there.
Another attempt at a blade grab. It's just not working for Drew right now. Kathryn has just too good of control on
and you
her
see
blade.
that rising cut to the hands right there. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Kathryn is a technical competitor in every sense of the word.
It looks like we are washing that for no quality. This is crunch time for Drew. They need to come out with something.
Ooh. You can see a little bit of the Justin Reimer coming through in their stance right there, leaning behind the sword, attempting to get that body void, but a hit to the forearm definitely brings Kathryn McLean a little more.
Ooh, looks like no afterblows being called, which means Kathryn takes bronze.
There we go, folks. It is
Great
somewhat
work from
frequently.
both fencers. I think Drew was really shooting for those grabs that just weren't. She wasn't able to get Kathryn committed enough.
No, and see, having fought Kathryn in a tournament setting before, I have to say, she is an excellent opponent at sort of not giving you anything to work with.
Yeah. Absolutely true. I mean, making excellent work of taking little bits of bait and responding to them cleverly instead of jumping right in. And after a long day of fencing, maintaining that level of composure is nothing short of masterful.
Taking the time to not simply focus on getting the hit at the expense of everything else becomes a very taxing process after a while.
Definitely. All right.
So to maintain that structure, that form, and that grace all throughout a tournament is nothing short of commendable. All right,
Now
moving into our
we've
silver medal match right here.
This is silver and gold, actually.
Silver and
Iris
gold, there we go.
Garcia versus Willow Kowalski. Lonin versus Kulshan.
Ooh, there we go. Two interesting fencers. Iris very mobile, very aggressive, and Willow Kowalski a singular presence in the ring.
I mean, I couldn't have put it better myself.
Oh my God! Look at that exchange.
Deflection of those hand shots.
And there we go. A quick.
Couldn't quite make it all the way. Blue suffers one wound.
You could see Willow not giving any ground during that exchange, though. It is difficult to face the Lonin wall of cuts without wanting to retreat.
Yeah, and defended an impressive number of them, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, just too many.
Indeed. There we go. And you can see Iris's ability to just extend that cut.
Yeah. taking that tit-for-tat action, trading blows to the hand.
Absolutely.
We do have a small safety issue on the blades. Now, all of these blades are tipped with electrical tape to ensure that any contact of the point to the floor is not going to cause damage. That being said, those tips can sometimes come off, and we can see Rabbit, one of our directors and one of our great coaches over at IFG, taking care of that for Iris, making sure that these floors are safe and that we are welcome back in this incredible venue.
We are blessed with a good venue at this tournament right there, and once again, a very attentive staff, sort of taking attention to both safety, visibility, and safety of the venue as well.
Really can't give enough credit to all of our tournament organizers, our volunteers, our medical staff, doing an excellent job of keeping this event safe, fun for everybody involved.
And least of all, or not least of all, we cannot forget to give credit to our competitors coming back into the ring here.
I would say least of all, yeah.
Least of all, yeah. The competitors are worth nothing. Commentators, we're worth everything. Everything. All right.
Joe making the command to buy him food. He is a hungry boy.
Joe is a hungry boy who needs as many calories as possible. Have you seen the arms on that man?
My God. Guns. Pythons.
Guns.
Ooh, I saw some blade flex on Iris's sword there. Looked like a thrust into the body.
It looks like it could have been a thrust to the body. I could have sworn I saw a fast cut to the hands, but these are two very fast fencers. There we go. Oh, that was a chasing thrust from Willow right there.
Yeah.
Now that
very
is
interesting
an
exchange.
interesting
That would be
exchange.
hard to judge.
This is what one of the downsides for just throwing so many cuts in absence of any fooling is that sometimes you eat an attack. Oh. There we go. You can kind of see Iris's instincts kicking in, just throwing cuts around that point left and right.
Thank you. Yeah. Some impressive exchanges.
Willow definitely seeming to dial in on, once again, that presence, that ability to project forward and just deny Iris that space.
Going in for those short chops. A series of three.
Oh, and potentially a grapple. Oh, and a failed blade grab leading to a shallow target hit right there. Yes, please tee up the replay on that one, our beautiful and handsome producer.
If we can.
There we go. You can see those repeated cuts down the center line, an attempt, and a pommel to the face. I did not catch that, folks.
That looked like an elbow to the face from my perspective.
Throwing bows in the ring.
Throwing bows.
Yeah, I agree with that ruling for sure. Here we go. Iris once again projecting a very strong presence here, cutting around the blade.
Going again for a chasing thrust. I'm not sure if Willow's feeling the pressure here.
No, you
going for some low percentage dangerous attacks.
What you really can't thrust without fooling, and Willow is, I think, learning that right now.
Did you say Willow?
Willow?
Willow.
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 Yeah.
Hey, way to go, Rabbit.
Joshua Baker, thanks for tuning in. Big shouts out to the Baker clan.
I don't think Rabbit needs any more encouragement, though.
We are a little behind on the scoreboard. Scores are up to date now.
Indeed. We're a competent staff here at Indes, Ferox, Gladio.
Another shallow cut from Iris Garcia.
We do have a yellow card from the director to Red Fencer here. Red Fencer being Iris Garcia of Lone and League.
Do you know what that yellow card is for?
I believe they struck the floor.
Can't be doing that.
This is why we tape the tips. All right. You can see that. You can see how aggressive Iris is being right here. There's blood in the water.
Willow is clawing back some ground, but having real challenges facing the overwhelming chopping flurry from Iris. Now, she does a great job here.
Indeed. One of the issues with fighting a fencer like Iris is that they just never seem to slow down.
Yeah.
And that right to the end, you can still be facing the same flurry of attacks.
The cardio is unbelievable.
Indeed. Do your jogging, folks. Ooh, and that wrap around to the head.
We have a strong blow to the helmet.
We'd like to commend all fencers thus far in these final rounds on their safety.
That is match.
And well done, match. Silver
Iris.
going to Willow Kowalski, and gold in the WNBT tournament going to Iris Garcia. Excellent work by both fencers. That was an electric finish to the WNBT tournament. I could not be happier with the result.
Would like to give our congratulations to Iris taking gold.
Indeed. And our congratulations to all competitors for being able to compete in such an electric and such a tense tournament. Do you want to go up and finish inside her?
I'm wondering if we're going to get the opportunity to have an interview with Iris.
You want me to go fetch?
Looks like we've got actually Josh Handegard coming in as the producer's chore boy.
It's so good to have a gopher on this kind of thing. We have our remarkably buff and handsome Josh Handegard coming in to try to secure an interview with Iris Garcia here.
And of course, the villains of the PNW. Just kidding. All right, I'm going to go.
I'm not sure how many times we can make that joke. All right. As my
Iris, congratulations. Taking gold in the WNBT Longsword tournament. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, good. Just happy to be here with everyone and excited.
Yeah, very humble response, I will say. Can you tell us a little bit about your strategy going into that final against Willow? Someone who has incredible presence coming into the fight, but you handled it beautifully. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, well, watching Willow's earlier matches, I knew that they like to charge in, get into that Stretto range. So I was trying to use my maximum range and throw out a lot of hits to cover myself.
Absolutely. We did see some of those chopping flurries. We were commenting, Willow did a great job of defending some, but at some point you just break. It was an excellent job. What are your plans going forward? Are you competing in Sword Squatch for Lonin this year?
Yes, I will be returning there. A lot of fun. It's a different format than Point Halt, so,
Very much so. Yes, anybody who has competed in both will tell you that they are very different. Now, we did note your cardio looked excellent out here. We can say confidently that your first bout looked much like your last. Your conditioning. Well, you sure fooled us all. What does your training look like?
Open as well.
What does your training look like to sort of go through those extended exchanges?
Yeah, well, we do a lot of sparring at Lonin. Every Friday it's like 2 hours of just sparring. So there's that. And then, on my own, I bike and I run just to keep things up.
Definitely. Well, as you heard from Iris, Lonin practices every Friday doing sparring. Be sure to go check it out. Thank you for coming by. Congratulations again. You want to give any shout outs to the camera?
Oh, I don't know. My brother, Lawrence, if you're watching this,
Hell yeah, Lawrence, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
All right, jumping into the first match for the Open Steel elimination rounds. We've got Json Smith in blue and Lucifer in red. Json is from Valley Hearts HEMA. Lucifer is from Masterless Fencing. The way that our open elimination rounds are going is that everyone gets 12 points, that the match is 6 minutes long with a 30-second break halfway through. Looks like the judges are unanimously calling that a clean hit to the head to red fighter. So we're at 10-10. Let's see how this goes. This is an attempt for a little hand hit. Doesn't look like the judges either think it's quality or wanted to address it. And again, we got another clean hit to red, or I guess to blue from red.
Now, Json Smith is one of our locals from down in Salem. Trains Messer a lot, longsword, excellent fencer. And Lucifer, of course, we've seen a lot of work from him. Both taking a very defensive, cautious stance.
Nice, clean
Json,
little hand hit.
Yeah.
From Json.
That cut up into the hand worked out.
That leads us to 9-9. Let's watch the replay.
At the very edge of his range, tippy, they would say. Again, both cautious, sitting at the edge of measure, trying to suss out when the next move is coming.
Oh, that's a clear double, and it looks like
cutting in at the same time. It did look to me like Json may have had better structure, may have covered that line.
Well, let's watch the replay. I mean, covered line or not, a double's a double. But doesn't look like the judges agree with me, and that's okay.
No, it looks like that. Oh! A beautiful cut around from Lucifer. Let's see if they call that an afterblow.
I think I saw briefly Lucifer let go of the weapon with both hands and then catch it again, which is just awesome.
There's nothing that beats style.
It was right at that end of the exchange.
All right, back in. Lucifer reconsidering that aggressive stance he was taking earlier.
Oh, little Gazelin. I saw it hit, but I don't know if they did. Or if they maybe don't consider it quality.
Yeah. Joe agrees both hits were of low quality, perhaps with the flats.
It's good to know Joe agrees with me. Oh, going for the one-handed thrust and hit. Oh, look at that.
A beautiful defensive move from Json, seizing that moment of opportunity to get a clean strike on Lucifer. And great job voiding that initial thrust. Switching hands is Lucifer. Switching to a right-handed. Both fighters playing at the edge of measure. Oh, we saw Lucifer closing his footwork.
Yeah, I saw that clean hit from blue.
Yeah. Very interesting. We saw for a moment Lucifer close his footwork, increasing his mobility at the cost of stability. Json capitalizing with that clean strike to the head.
We are at 9-4. Despite the increase in HP from each fighter, a 6-point differential will still end the match. And it looks like that's what we have now.
6 points. Json Smith takes it.
Congratulations to Json Smith.
We're seeing a lot of kilts on our directors today, both Dashiell Harrison in the back with his tartan kilt and little satchel, along with the sock suspenders and sock flags. And then we also have Ember, who we saw earlier, also in a green kilt with green socks, looking very spiffy.
I know Jeffrey also has a kilt. He's not judging now, but
I
he
believe
was
we
judging
have
before.
seen that. Yeah, love the kilts. Very event appropriate. We're offering a round of applause to our judges and volunteers, as well as our medical staff.
And our
today.
incredibly competent commentators. I don't know
No
who they
love for the
are, but they are
commentators.
killing it.
I mean, honestly. Up next, we do have Andy Plymate, founder of Bridge City Blades, versus Rocco Jones of Seize the
Beautiful,
Vor.
beautiful. Look at that. Rocco Jones from Seize the Vor and Andy Plymate from Bridge City Blades. I'm told one of them was a commentator last year, but the applause was so loud that I missed who. And that just shows. Right. Seems like it's Rocco Jones.
Rocco Jones' second was
Second?
one of the guest
second.
commentators.
You know what? I'll
Yeah.
get it one day.
So one of these days, it's okay.
One of these days I'll say something correct.
Super HR Net, indeed, seize it. Seize that Vor.
Seize it.
Josh just said he thinks your mic is off. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Josh, my mic is not off, but thank you for making sure that we had it all under control. Appreciate you always, Josh.
Josh, we'd appreciate if you didn't lie on the stream.
Also that. All right. We are getting ready. Andy Plymate, Rocco Jones.
Oh, big hugs. You guys know by now how much I love a hug.
Beautiful.
And it seems like the audience does too. We've got full applause for these hugs.
And we are Joe, please. We are off. Rocco going for cuts from the very edge of range. Both fighters in a point forward position, presenting threats. Andy Plymate doing a great job avoiding that strike.
I
Going in
agree
for a
with Ember.
counter-strike.
That is a double. But let's see if Joe agrees with Ember and I. Joe, what a silly guy. He said, due to forensic analysis, we've decided that he was struck in the
Looks like
thumb.
we have a little bit of an issue with the gear. A strike to the hand has led to a failure in a glove. We're going to take a moment to get that fixed, make sure nobody breaks any fingers. Very cool decoration on Rocco Jones's mask.
Just really good. I think the asymmetry of the skull kind of adds a little bit that I like.
I certainly hope it's intentional.
I've just been given by one of our judges the piece of zip tie that broke off the thumb. And so
That'll be worth dozens of dollars in
Dozens-
a couple of years.
tens or maybe fives of dollars.
Some small but noteworthy amount.
It's a shame I'm going to toss it. Looks like they're getting a medic to check out the thumb. I hope it's all right. It didn't seem like he was injured, but, you know, whenever you
Medic
lose a
is-
piece of...
Medic bag brought to you by Damien Renaud. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you, Damien. That's a big medic bag. I've never seen it be opened throughout the course of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any guesses for what's in it? I'm guessing stretcher. Medic's out of here, though, so I think we're going to get back into it.
Of course, as we expected, no medical issues, just a small gear issue, which is fixed now. We are getting back into the action, and here I'm going to wait for a second while Joe gets ready.
All right, we're back in it.
And we are off. Both fighters coming in, point forward, low guards.
Oh! I saw a thrust from Blue and then kind of a retaliatory, I wouldn't say retaliatory, a strike to the thigh from Red in out of tempo maybe.
Yeah, please, replay. No replay. We don't have a replay on that one.
I saw that thrust to the body. I agree with Ember. And Joe.
We see Rocco Jones's second advocating, making sure that the judging is happening accurately. Of course, Ember, two-time champion, saw the hit from Andy. Joe concurs.
Going for those underhanded little hand snipes.
Underhanded is exactly right.
Oh,
Ooh.
Was that a shot to the... Oh, and there we go, the thumb again. Yeah, this may be a call for a new glove for the rest of the match.
Fell off again. We should definitely be seeing a new glove coming out. That is a serious safety issue.
There's a lot of comments in the chat right now talking about how many times people have had to replace their thumbs. I just don't like the gauntlets. Oh, wow. They are...
Super HR Net, I would love to know which exchange you were calling clean.
I think it's the one we claimed to double.
Fascinating. The Json to the top of the head?
No, this was a couple exchanges ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean hit.
That was
Red.
a clean Json to the top of the head of Andy, slipping really below his guard. Andy throwing his sword all the way back, defending the spine, but didn't defend the top of the head, which seems like the easier target to hit. We'll have to ask him about that later. And here we go. Oh.
I'm noticing they're fighting on this very straight line. It feels
They're
very...
fighting in a very straight line. They're both coming in point forward. And really, Andy is doing a great job of counterfencing.
Yeah.
Baiting an attack, voiding it, and then countering in that half tempo. Really impressive work from Andy.
Absolutely. See. Yeah, I'm loving the
Reaction to
angle
a
from
feint.
a camera perspective. I want one of them to turn to the left or right. Oh, but they're making it work anyway.
Opposing Zverkaus.
With opposing judging calls.
So we have another clean hit from Andy, doing an excellent job still of counterfencing. Tense.
Oh.
Tension.
Going for a shin shot. Oh, I think this is...
Blue self-calling
Oh, okay.
a hand shot.
Oh!
What amazing range control from Andy. Just out of touch of that thrust, cutting
Yeah.
up on the hands.
Saying not sufficient quality
Oh,
for one of the attacks.
interesting. There's a little bit. We're listening to Joe deliberate with the judges right now.
Yes, you two are what I agree with. Okay. So,
Now, for these finals matches, we actually have one more judge than even during the elimination.
Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me. For Lott.
Same strategy employed by both fencers. Andy voiding another strike.
Oh!
Andy driving in a thrust to the head. I don't know if he got hit on the way in.
I saw a double hit. I concur with these judges. And
Double.
Joe agrees with me.
Double. First double of the match. What a great effort from both of them.
Just testing out each other's blades. Oh. That's...
Now Rocco taking the same strategy, voiding that initial strike, reacting with a blow to the hand.
And when you try and have that super long measure and you fall to your knees, as I think we saw Andy do, it can be a detriment.
Andy dipping low. Rocco dipping low. Both trying to stay stable. Playing that mental game, playing chess. Andy backing up, re-engaging at the edge of measure.
Oh,
Driving in a
I saw that
thrust.
thrust to the head. And the judges disagree with me.
I feel like I saw Andy's thrust land, but the judges disagree.
They don't think so. Let's see that instant replay. Oh, maybe
That should not have been counted. That was a strike to the back of the head.
Right.
A close match, though.
At 5-4, it's anyone's game. But that's a pretty unanimous shallow target to
Rocco
red.
reclaiming all that space. Bringing it back to a tie. Again, right at the edge of measure,
That's
waiting
so-
for the other one to make a mistake. A poorly intentioned attack is all it takes. They're playing chess with feints, small movements.
I don't have the patience for it. Oh,
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, that's what I saw as well. A shallow target by red against blue.
Rocco seems to have found his rhythm.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Andy drawing his blade back into a Vom-Tog, adjusting strategy
Saying,
late in the match.
Let's change a little bit. Let's see what happens now.
Waiting for Rocco to take that bait.
Oh,
A
very
double
jumpy.
whirling cut, out of measure. Back to his initial strategy.
Oh, going in for that stretto. Was able to sneak a strike in there, and the judges agree. Well, some of them do.
Beautiful exchange. It looked to me like Andy landed that thrust to the body with an
That's
afterblow.
what I thought, yeah. And I
Yeah.
think one of the judges agree with you.
Now we're going to see a tie. Wow. Because of that.
They
Both
have
fighters will be at 2 wounds. One strike to a deep target is all it takes.
this is just a really tight match.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
2-3.
They did not
okay.
call that a deep target.
Let's see. Going back out to that forward guard.
Did not like the Vom-Tog.
Didn't like it. It was fun. I liked it.
That is going to be it.
Yeah, I think that's match.
With a very quick Json to the top of the head. Match. Rocco Jones.
Congratulations, Red Fighter.
What a great effort from both fighters.
Let's watch that last exchange one more time.
You can see he goes to the understrike, Rocco reaching up with that just
beautiful.
Json to the top of the head.
Now, both of these fighters will have one more opportunity to fight. Our winner, Rocco, will be fighting for gold, and Andy Plymate will be fighting for
I believe we're going to have our bronze medal match coming up. It should be Andy Plymate versus Lucifer for bronze. Now, Andy Plymate is going to be afforded a couple of minutes to rest. Obviously, a very intense match. Going straight into the next one.
Just switch.
Really incredible work.
Lucifer in red and Plymate in blue. This is our bronze medal match.
All right, for our bronze medal match, like I said, we have Andy Plymate versus Lucifer.
Going in for the hug. Oh, and it's a tender one,
Both
too.
starting at 12 wounds. Both fighters surely tired at the ends of their gas tanks. Still going to put on a good show.
The doors open this morning at 7 a.m., and it
with
is
that-
6:30 p.m.
One-handed extended posted thrust.
Judges unanimously agree. Oh, clean little
shots
hand
in the
hit.
hands. Coming back in, both taking that point forward. Lucifer dropping back into a Vomtog, down into a Fool, back into a
Oh,
post
gear.
Madonna, losing his back of head protection. They're going to stop the
That's an
match.
important thing to have. I think this was an elbow or something.
Okay, looks like that wasn't the back of head protection. That was
May
a
not even been
vestigial
important.
Piece of plastic.
It was just thrown in a bag, so we should move on pretty quickly from this.
Joe in excellent squatting form there, loosening up his hips.
I read somewhere it's very difficult to squat on flat feet to that degree, so good job, Joe. Oh, beautiful thrust
Andy
from Blue.
driving a precision thrust right into the mask.
We are at 9-9.
All right, we have an even score. Andy and Lucifer both at 9 wounds. We saw an excellent thrust from Andy there. We are back in action.
Oh. Got Lucifer on the
Nasty.
back feet there.
We're going to see a replay of that in just a moment. Now, looking at Andy, cutting around, going for that under, committing to a thrust, chasing through. It does look like Rocco was able to deflect and cut up into the armpit. Lucifer, excuse me. I was thinking of the last match.
Oh.
Lucifer going for a very interesting strategy on the knee with an upwards Unterhaut cut. Andy has his number, thrusts him right in the face.
That leaves us with Andy with 8 hit points and Lucifer with 5.
Lucifer taking another strange tactic with a high guard, jumping into what effectively is a Zornord.
May have paid off a little bit better than that last exchange, though. You can see on the replay. Yeah, I see a hit there.
Target with an afterblow. Excellent work from Lucifer there. Trying to claw back a little bit of those points.
Oh, coming in with a Posta de Donna.
Looking very Italian right now is Lucifer.
Oh.
A very
Lucifer.
well-structured cut down onto Andy's arms. Let's see a replay of that. Never mind. No replay.
No replays for you. They only do it when I ask for them.
It's clean enough. Andy, a little more cautious. Dropping into a low guard.
Oh, I heard a thwack, but I didn't really see the hit. And it looks like the judges disagree on what happened there, too.
Judges also disagree. This is likely going to be washed. Now, you see Andy poking there, going back into that low guard. Lucifer extending out in response. I think that's where we heard that mask, but the judges can't agree they're washing the exchange. Andy thrusting in, voiding all those attacks.
There we go.
Coming up with that understrike to the hands. Excellent work, Andy. Maintaining composure. Lucifer suffering 1 wound. Close match for bronze.
Oh.
Crashing to Crone.
I'm curious
Looks
if
like
this will
the
be a yellow
judges-
card.
Yeah, judges see a strike from Lucifer. To a deep target, evening the score. 3-3 in this bronze medal match.
It's like we're kicking off a little piece of elastic, probably a piece of a glove. We are at 3-3.
A controlled thrust.
Could
from
be
either
anyone's.
side will end it here. Defensive, cautious.
Oh,
going
going
for
for a
that
one-handed.
posted thrust again. Andy
Wow.
going in for a committed thrust with a grapple, dropping a sword.
This is something we see late into the day. This desire to just get it done by any
Andy
means
is
necessary.
receiving a yellow card for dropping his sword. Again, these floors are very delicate. Check out that thrust. It does get deflected, it looks like, by Lucifer, who grabs Andy, making Andy drop his sword. Coming back in. Both fighters incredibly tense. Lucifer pushing in. Ooh.
Pushed out of the ring. Let's see if they decide if a hit happened
It
before that
did.
ring out.
It looked to me like there was a clean shot before he exited the ring. The judges agree. 3-1. Tense bronze medal match. Let's see this replay. You can see Lucifer deciding to apply some more pressure here, advancing, trying to go for that Zorn Ort, but Andy responding perfectly with a void and a counter strike. Andy just needs 1 more point. He's threatening. Oh!
I think that's it.
That is likely going to be it. The result is the same either way. Andy did clock that gauntlet.
We're saying definitely an afterblow. I don't think it matters either way.
It really doesn't.
But
it just matters how many wounds Andy ends up with. It is going to be a victory for Andy with 2 wounds.
Oh,
Andy's
congratulations.
taking bronze medal. Congratulations, Andy of Bridge City Blades.
That is bronze at IFG's Tournament of the Roses.
Excellent work from Lucifer.
Absolutely. Lucifer getting some
Celebrating
love
with
from
his
their
team.
teammates. Now we got our judges and directors inspecting that potential scuff in the floor.
Making sure we get invited back to this venue. We love you, Rose City Futsal West.
We
Please
love
don't
you.
kick us out.
Please don't kick us out. No one seems too concerned, though, so at least there's probably not a giant
We
hole.
are going to move right on to the gold medal match.
Who do we have fighting in the gold medal match?
It is going to be Json Smith, I believe, against
Someone.
Rocco.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Joe getting his scorecard wristband set. Yes, we do have
Yeah.
Rocco Jones in the blue corner, Json Smith in the red corner. Again, this is the gold medal match of Open Steel Longsword. The best match of the day. Both of these fencers have fought, gosh, what do you think? 6, 7 matches apiece?
Too many. We can see both of them in the shot here. We have Json Smith in the green jacket and Rocco with that anti-concussion helmet that I love.
Yeah, the rugby scrum.
The scrum
cap.
cap. I love knowing words.
Of course, in Hema black with his captain's doublet, looking very stylish. You can see the shine on his buttons.
We've got Ember, the two-time IFG Tournament of the Roses champion, trying to attach that blue armband.
I love you pointing out Ember being the two-time. You got to give the lone in a little bit of cred every chance you get.
Sorry, I was just repeating what you said 2 minutes
Absolutely
earlier.
understandable. But see, when I do it, it comes from a place of deep hatred.
Oh,
No,
I
no,
see.
no.
I see.
Ember, truly one of the most talented fencers we've ever seen.
Absolutely. They are
Talented
incredible.
And hardworking. I
And
don't want to
hardworking.
discredit that training.
Here we got Json on the camera.
It does look like we have Rocco Jones starting down 1 point for a double in the last match.
You can hear the roar of the crowd. This is the big match. Probably of the weekend. We'll
The
have more
whole-
tournaments, but this
whole
is the
kit and
biggest
caboodle.
tournament of the event.
Now again, we've got
Here-
Json Smith from Valley's Heart Hema in Corvallis and Rocco Jones from Seize the Vor.
For our gold medal match of IFG's 2025 Tournament of the Roses. Here we go
Both.
with that first exchange.
Claiming the center. A void of a cut. Both point forward, presenting a threat at all times.
Oh, I think that's a ring out.
Json getting pushed to the very edge of the ring under Rocco's pressure. They're washing the exchange. They're
They're giving-
going to warn Json not to intentionally exit the ring again.
I'm not
Again,
sure if they're calling that a yellow card or just a subverbal warning, as we were told
just
in
a
opening.
verbal. Moving very cautiously, both fighters at the edge of range. Json known for really extending that range when he
Oh,
needs to.
attempted
Goes
a
for
Gazelin,
Gazelin.
didn't really work.
Ooh, with a beautiful
Okay.
parry riposte, middle house to the body.
Nice. Clapping from the audience.
We're going to see a replay here.
Oh,
Look at that. They're calling it a shallow hit, but that looked to me like it landed squarely on the ribs.
I have to agree with you. Oh, getting right back into it. Json trying to seize that center line with a lot of speed, but
Yeah,
looks
both
like
fighters-
Rocco's pulling that center.
Both fighters trying to apply pressure, staying safely out of measure, waiting for the right moment to engage. Json switching between that low guard and that point forward guard, trying to bait Rocco into an attack. Here's where you really see the game of chess. Avoided cut and a parried cut.
Oh! Yeah, they're saying double. I could see an argument for hit after blow, but I mostly agree with double.
I would agree with you, honestly. It looked to me like Json had the initiative with that Json attempt. Rocco responded with a shot to the head. Should have been, to me, a blow after blow, but they're going to call that a double. First double of the match. And here we go again. Both fighters again taking that defensive stance.
Attempting that low hit. Oh!
Rocco commits a flurry of blows.
Again, we see Json kind of pushed to the edge of the ring, but it wasn't technically a ring out because one foot stayed in the ring and on the ground.
That is all that's required. Only one foot needs to remain in the ring at all times. You can ride it. Rocco does appear to get that hit to the hand that Json is not able to respond. Json hopping in and out, keeping that footwork very stable, switching stances. Rocco in a low guard, something between an Alber and a point forward.
Oh, I
Diving
saw a
in for the
hit to the side of the head with blue, and it looks like the judges agree with me.
They're going to call that a clean hit for Rocco Jones. No. Back into it. We're seeing a lot of this point forward guard. I know that Lonan is very familiar with it. It seems like the primary guard for most Lonan fighters. It is a very versatile stance for both defense and offense.
There's a lot you can do with it. One of my cues today for my corner was keep your sword in front of you because it's helpful to have a big bar of rebar in between you and your opponent.
Absolutely correct.
Oh, just
a
beautiful.
Beautifully placed shot from Rocco, slipping right past Jason's sword into the neck.
And if there was an afterblow, it was probably out of tempo.
Now we can see a replay of that. You see Json attempts to guard that center line, but Rocco just comes right around it.
That brings us to 10-6.
One more deep strike from Rocco, clean, and this match is over.
An attempt on a little hand hit. I don't think the judges found it quality. Oh, look at that. As he walks away, going in for that hit to the top of the head.
We need to see a replay of that. That was incredible. We saw Json commit. Rocco went for a behind-the-back afterblow.
Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Joe's got a big grin on his face. He's excited about this.
Yeah, clean hit for Json, though. They are not counting that afterblow out of tempo.
But I'm counting it in my heart.
It was impressive and very pretty.
And very pretty. Effortless. Let's see where they go from here.
Score is
We're
a
at
little more
8-6. Yeah.
Json now with a little more breathing room. You see him already being a little bit more aggressive. Defending against that Json attempt, voiding his leg, going for a response.
Got that afterblow off. And that's, I think, going to be 1 point from each of them.
Each
Brings
fighter
us to
suffers one wound
7-5.
for that. Back into it. Rocco bouncing, going for that single-handed posted thrust.
Oh.
That is going to be a second double, I think.
A universal ooh from the crowd.
That is going to be a double. They both went for separate openings. Json for the higher, Rocco for the lower, hitting in the same tempo. Little prodding shots again. Json doing a great job staying out of measure.
Giving it to Rocco.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to see a replay of that. A little bit messy. You see Rocco coming in, making that committed attack right there, chasing in.
Oh,
it did
interesting.
look to me like Json got the afterglow.
I would agree, but I agree, a little bit messy, and that's to be expected this late in the day.
And we're back. Json, tense, nervous. Sword moving, Rocco bouncing up and down.
Oh.
Ooh, that is a
Little
clean
hand tip.
shot to the hands.
And those just feel so horrible because you're like, what if I had this? What if I had this? Let's see, one more point, and one of them will win on a point differential from Rocco. If they can just get another hand hit, that's the match. Oh! But a blow after blow.
With an excellent feint and out of tempo cut to the top of the head. Rocco goes for the afterblow, but it does appear to have been deflected.
And
we don't have a replay, but
even
the judges
if
all agree.
they did get an afterblow, it wouldn't matter because Json had 2 points. But we shall see where this leaves us. Oh, looks like they awarded a yellow card. Or was that earlier? The yellow
was
card?
earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay, that leaves us at 5-2. 5 hit points for Rocco, 2 hit points for Json.
Json coming in, claiming that center. So is Rocco.
Oh! I think that's our third double.
That is a third double. Again, Json going for that lower opening. Rocco going for the upper. That is 3 doubles, but we are not ending the bout. Since it is the final, we are going to go until somebody is out of wounds.
No sudden death here. We are fighting until the end.
Json faking, pumping.
Json sees in that center. Oh. Now, I saw a hit early on. It didn't seem like the judges caught that or maybe didn't find it quality.
I know what you're talking about. It looked like it was very close, perhaps voided. We're going to see it here. It looks like Rocco jumps in for the initial strike, voided by
voided.
Json.
Yeah, they're calling it a double then.
Yeah.
So we're at our 4th double. Again, it really doesn't matter. Go crazy. Okay.
Oh, a beautiful Unterswerk from Json in perfect time, defending against Rocco's.
That pulls it at another even, closer to an even match. It
Very
could be
close.
anyone at this point.
One controlled thrust.
Going for the
Going for a
Gazon didn't
Gazon
work
time.
out. Oh! Call that a 5th double? What are we calling that? All right, 2 judges are saying that the point goes to Json. 1 judge is calling it a
If
double.
we can see the replay of that, you'll see that Rocco, his afterblow attempt was flat.
And that is what Joe is saying as well.
Meaning we have a clean thrust that should bring it to 1 and 2, Rocco and Json.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys can hear that
Incredible
applause.
The crowd is
Let's
going
watch
wild.
that one more
We're gonna
time.
see it one more time. Look at this beautifully planted thrust. Goes right between the mask and the liner.
Yeah, and look at that flat afterblow. Absolutely aced it by the judges. And that puts Json ahead in terms of hit points, which we haven't seen this match so far.
Just by 1, though.
Let's see. This could be it.
Could go either way.
Oh! Ew.
This
Okay.
is
You can see Dashel covering his eyes so that he doesn't make a decision about the ruling based on the other judges.
abstaining. They're likely going to wash this as we have no agreement from the judges. We can see here Rocco goes in
Oh, okay.
with a committed thrust.
They're about to be at 0-0. They're about to be at 0-0 if that's the case. Yep. Look at that. Look at that.
We are going to see a sudden death situation.
In the gold medal match for IFG Tournament of the Roses. I don't think I've ever seen this. This is incredible.
Sudden death.
Sudden death.
Sudden death. Sudden death. Sudden death. Sudden death. Sudden death. The crowd is going absolutely
The crowd and
bananas,
we are
looking
going
for a sudden
wild.
death
This is
between
incredible.
these two top-notch fighters.
The first clean hit.
Doubles and afterblows do not count. We are looking for one clean hit to any target. We have sudden death for gold at the 2025 Tournament of Roses.
Let's do this. Oh, the energy right in this Rose
Joe
City
looking
Futsal
like
West is electric. We are all ready and watching on bated breath.
I almost don't want to speak. Speechless. You can hear a pin drop.
Oh,
Silence
going for the
in
gaze.
crowd.
Yeah, it's silent in here.
Rocco takes it!
Takes that clean hit to the side. Oh, going in for the hug. We know what happened. Congratulations to Rocco Jones from Seize the Boar for IFG's Tournament of the Roses gold medal Open Longsword match. Absolutely incredible. We went down to 0-0 in sudden death, and in our first exchange, people are stomping their feet. The energy is electric. Congratulations.
Yeah, really excellent play by Rocco, going for that hand shot, deflecting the response by Json. A
Wow.
beautiful covered attack.
That was incredible. I feel honored to have watched that.
We're going to see if we can get Rocco in for an interview.
Gold, silver, and bronze medalists, join me in the center of the ring, please.
And here we have the fighters meeting in the center. You see excellent sportsmanship between this two incredible fencers, silver and gold in sudden death. You cannot ask for a better ending than this. A storybook, picture-perfect ending to a great tournament. We have Joe coming out with the prizes, which he's going to present. Standing there, we have Andy Plymate, our bronze medalist, Json Smith, our silver medalist, and Rocco Jones taking gold. Joe's getting out the medals. I do want to give a shout out to all of our fighters today, putting on an excellent show, excellent work. You can see they are wearing the sweat on the sleeves. Guys, if you could come in here real quick. We have our medalists here, Andy, Json, Rocco. We're going to go in order. How are y'all feeling?
Tired, but awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, tired, excited.
A little brain dead.
A little bit brain dead. Exactly right. I mean, you guys have fought how many bouts today?
6,000.
I can't count.
All right, math skills are not what we came here for. We came here for fencing skills, which we saw on great display. I mean, come on, guys. Excellent work to all of you. You're wearing the work on your face, on the sweat. Just want to say congratulations to all of you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, doing great work.
We're about to do awards. It looks like I see a sharp somewhere in the awards pile. We got gift certificates to Ox and Plow. We go on to our second place awards. This is again Json Smith from Valley's Heart HEMA. Got a Wikuzi overlay. Looks incredible. Looks a little bit like a Lego.
Absolute styling.
And whatever these wristbands are, I'm going to assume they're important or mean something.
Those are medals.
Wow. The last Angus Trim sword to be awarded at a tournament. Angus Trim is, of course, retiring from sword making.
And this is a handcrafted, sharpened blade.
Incredible. It is just beautiful. And Rocco seems just elated as they receive their gold medal. Just roaring applause.
You can hear the crowd going absolutely ballistic.
We're going to pull out our WNBT medalists now. We have Iris, Willow, and Kat. I wish I knew all their last names on hand. I believe we have Kat in third. Let's see, is that Willow in second and Iris in first?
Absolutely correct.
I believe Iris also won gold at the WNBT event last year, or perhaps silver. Either way, she is a formidable fencer, and all three of these fencers have earned their medals. Kat accepting the same certificate that the third medal in the Open Longsword match received. We got that Wikuzi overlay again for Willow. Hopefully they put it on.
Come on, put it on.
Put it on.
Put it on.
Look like a Lego. Maybe not
No
today.
such luck.
We got some sort of dagger for Iris, our gold medalist. Oh, wow. Oh, that is a shank if I've ever seen one. Incredible. A huge congratulations to our WNBT Longsword champions, Kat, Willow, and Iris. We've moved on to discussions of rose coins and after party, so this may be an opportunity to say goodbye for the night. We will be back tomorrow for more tournaments, and we are excited to say hello to you guys again. Thank you so much for joining us for the Tournaments of Roses, various Longsword WNBT tournaments. It's been a pleasure to have you. I've been Melissa Barker.
And I'm Elliot Crosgrove. Again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.